name is Ire. Today on Positive Lifestyle with Ire, I'll be talking about doing away with entitlement. Entitlement is when you feel like you have the right to certain privileges, special treatment, or even certain rights. Maybe because you're related to that person, or you believe it's a spectral package that comes along with being relative, friends, or whatsoever to a certain person or a place or whatever it is. The two major kind of entitlements that I'll be really talking about today is the bossy kind of entitlement and the self-pity kind of entitlement. The bossy one. You see, the bossy one is more or less like you wanting to always have the final say. In fact, it is you always wanting to have the final say in certain situations. You refuse to come to a compromise with other people. You can't even work in a team. You feel yours should be the final or nothing else. You cannot come to a common goal. It's either yours or nobody else's. Many a times, you find it difficult to accept the fact, not that you don't know, that everybody is equal. Everyone deserves equal rights. Everybody has a say at the table. But no, yours is final. You feel the level of achievements you've gotten, they haven't gotten there. So what are we saying? That is entitlement, believe it or not. And it is highly toxic. That kind of entitlement, the bossy one. Yeah, we see that a lot, but not compared to that of self-pity. I'm still getting there. And this kind of bossy kind of entitlement really makes people to move away from us, honestly. There are times we depict these characters without even knowing ourselves, but we might not really see it as entitlement. Call it different names, but it is entitlement because you feel like you deserve special rights and special treatment, special attention, or like not really a fair hearing. So that's what that is. Down to the self-pity kind of entitlement. This kind of entitlement is you just really wanting attention, let's be honest. Is you wanting a pity party, looking for who's going to console you, make you feel good and everything, and try to grease your palm because you can't meet up to that standard. But you want someone else to cover up for you. You want someone else to have to do the work for you. Always have it at the back of your mind that you are nobody's responsibility but yourself. You are nobody's responsibility but yourself. When you keep seeing yourself as other people's responsibility, you never really get to do anything reasonable and tangible for yourself. As a matter of fact, you only become a pest. And I don't think you really want to become a pest because we know what we do to pests. So, learn to work for privileges if you really want them. Learn to do something for rewards if you really want them. But I'd rather even go with you doing something because you actually know it's right. Because you actually know it's worth doing for. Not really because you're going to get anything at the end of the day or something. Ways out that I believe would be okay for you because I also tried them myself. Try to instill and adapt to taking responsibilities. Try it out. I'll say even as a matter of fact, leadership. Because when you are given responsibilities or you have to handle certain people or even yourself or certain activities, you tend to take more responsibility for yourself. Honest truth. You tend to understand how things work for people while you are the one why you have to take charge of certain things, especially yourself, your emotions, your attitude, your characters. Very important. You also have to adapt or learn accountability. Being accountable for your actions, for your deeds, whatever is being placed in your hands, or whatever item or whatever it is. Accountability, very important. And also, entitlement and selfishness almost are entangled. They're like brothers and sisters, almost entangled, or rather say cousins, like just let's give that a little distance. They're almost related with each other. You really have to do away with yourself. You have to learn to start being responsible for others as well. You have to start considering other people, start being compassionate. I'm not saying you're not compassionate even but when I mean compassionate, you have to start thinking about how other people feel. You have to start putting other people's feelings, other people's thoughts and everything into consideration. My darling, it's not just you in this world. It doesn't revolve around you. You need to understand and accept it. We understand a lot of things, but we don't really accept these things. So the next, I'll say, it's, as always, it's a very conscious decision you have to make. You can know all these things. I'm sure this is never the first time you're hearing about it. But really, the truth is, until you're ready to accept it, adapt it, and begin to act it, it really won't mean anything to you. They will just be like mere words you keep hearing up and down. Everybody's saying it. So you have to make that conscious decision within your heart and your mind that this is what I'm going to do. And trying to make a conscious decision at the same time is you also being conscious yourself. When you realize that you're almost doing this thing again, try to call yourself to order. I believe in being able to talk to yourself and scold yourself because I do it. There was a certain time that on entitlement, a certain time that I asked my dad for something, and the way he reacted, I really got really upset about it. And I started broming within me that am I not the one that said she give it to a child or stuff like that? I really went that far. But I just thought, like, what am I saying? What am I doing? Does it really owe me anything? I had to start taking responsibilities for myself and start putting some things right for myself because he did. So I should be able to do that as well. And lots of other examples. And there are times that we even have friends. And we feel that because I'm your friend, you should be able to give me this certain privileges, this certain rights. Forgetting that where your right stops, another person's right begins. There is boundary. Create that boundary, that embargo within yourself to know that this is the line. I can't cross it. It's okay. The help and friendship you render to me, I highly or really appreciate it. I don't deserve more. I don't want more. Any other thing you're giving to me, it's a privilege that I appreciate a lot. But not, are we not friends? It's something you're supposed to do. It doesn't work like that. As a matter of fact, you only destroy or poison that relationship you have with whoever. Entitlement destroys relationships, so you know it does a lot. And you really need to learn to stop complaining. If you're a very pessimistic person, so you tend to be entitled. Yes, it happens. In my video on optimism, I talked about it. When you're being negative, a lot of other things come alongside. It's just almost like a package. Extra package, it comes with it. And entitlement comes with being pessimistic at times. Because when you're being optimistic, you don't see the good in anything. Why don't you see the good in anything? Because it's not being fair to you. So you're simply being entitled. So you need to stop complaining about things. Learn to start appreciating and be thankful, whether you have or not. Be appreciative and be thankful. Very important. When you begin to learn these certain attitudes, do these certain things consciously, with time, entitlement begin to adjust itself. Definitely. I said earlier that you should also try to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Do some things because it's the right thing to do. Give because you know it's the right thing to do. Assist because you know it's the right thing to do. Compliment because you know it's the right thing to do. Not because you're expecting anything. A lot of us do it too. Me myself, I know I did once in a while that I'm helping you now, so you're going to definitely help me tomorrow. That's entitlement. Do away with it. Help because it's coming from within, because you know it's the right thing to do. You want to put a smile on someone's face. Not because you're expecting anything in return later or whenever. May not be able to really touch as many areas as I'd love to, but I want to believe that you should have picked a thing or two from this video. One thing I really would like us to know is Entitlement really makes you ugly. It does. People might not say it to you, but it does. And in little certain ways, we're being entitled. Try to be conscious of that. Try to be intentional about your every action and know if you're doing something wrong, that it's not being done as it should be. Remember, no matter how cute you look, beard gang, fine hair, nice dimple, pretty lady, glossy skin, once you are entitled, my darling, you are ugly. You are. So take that from me. Hey there! What do you think about the video? I'd like to know in the comment section below. Please subscribe and turn on your notification so we can create a community together, or I'd rather say a family. So please give at least a like or even a dislike, whichever which, all welcome. Thank you. Stay happy, stay strong, stay beautiful. I still remain Erin.